Welcome, welcome. This is our Father's business, back to business. Yeah, we got 40 days and 40 nights. This is part 1. Let's go. Today, the average life is 25,550 days. Do the math. Can you set aside 40 of these days? Just to figure out what God wants you to do with the rest of your days. Let's think about it. Whenever God wanted to prepare someone for his purpose, he took 40 days. Let's take a look. Noah's life was transformed by 40 days and nights by rain. Moses was transformed by 40 days and nights on Mount Sinai. David was changed by Goliath's 40-day challenge. Elijah was changed when he gave God gave him 40 days of strength by a single meal. The city of Nineveh was changed when God gave the people 40 days of change. Jesus was empowered by 40 days in the wilderness. The disciples transformed by 40 days with Jesus after his resurrection. Let's take these 40 days and 40 nights to transform, to change, to morph us into what God wants us to be. Let's grow together. Real spiritual growth is never isolated. Maturity is produced through relationships and community. Your life is worth taking the time to think about. I'm praying for you. Whenever you're ready, let's begin. It all starts with God. It's not about yourself. The purpose of your life is far greater from your own personal fulfillments, peace of mind, or even your own happiness. It's greater than your family, career, dreams, and ambitions. If you want to know why you were placed on this earth, you have to start with God. But focusing on ourselves will never reveal our life's purpose. Only the Creator or the owner's manual could reveal His purpose. At the same time, you cannot arrive at your life's purpose by starting to focus on yourself. A lot of people try to use God for their own self-centered use, but that's backwards and a setup for failure. Life is about letting God use you for His purpose and using Him for your own purpose. You can usually succeed in reaching your goal if you put your mind to it. Being successful and fulfilling your life's purpose are two different things. You can reach all your goals, being very successful by world standards, and still miss the real purpose why God created you. Try to focus on why God created you. Believe me, He did for His purpose. Focus on doing less in life by focusing on what matters most. This is a fact. 250 of the best-known philosophers, scientists, writers of the world was asked, what is the meaning of life? Some gave their best guess. Some just made up a purpose for life. Some were honest enough to say they were clueless. Let's see what God has revealed about life in His Word, the Bible. The same is true for finding out what is your life purpose. Ask God. The Bible is the owner's manual, explaining why we're alive, how life works, what to avoid, and what to expect in the future. Your life is not an accident or a fluke of nature. Your parents might not have planned you, but God did. You're alive because God wanted to create you. He made every single detail about you. Race, the color of your skin, your hair, and every other feature. Also where you were born, where you will live for His purpose, regardless of the circumstances of your birth or who your parents are. God had a plan for creating you. God's motive for creating you was His love. God was thinking of you even before He made the world. In fact, that's why He created the world. You're a spiritual object of God's love. God made you so He could love you. That's powerful right there. God made you so he could love you. God is love. This is a truth to build your life on. If there was no God, we would just be an accident. Life would have no purpose or meaning. There would be no right or wrong, no hope beyond brief years here on earth. Everyone's life is driven by something. Ecclesiastes 4:4. What's the driving force in your life? Is it a problem, pressure, deadline, painful memory, a fear, belief? Emotions can drive your life. Guilt. Some people spend their entire life running from regrets, hiding their shame. They allowed their past to control their future. Let's not do that. God turned murderers such as Moses into a leader, coward named Gideon into a hero. He could do amazing things with the rest of your life. God can't wait to give us a fresh start. Some people hold on to hurts that they never get over instead of releasing their pain through forgiveness. Forgiveness, people. They keep replaying it over and over in their minds. You're only hurting yourself. Learn from it and let it go. Fear can keep you from becoming what God intends you to be. Best to have weapons of faith and love. Fear is crippling. Fear for life, fear of death, fear of judgment. Materialism can drive someone. Always want more, thinking it will make you more happy, more important, more secure, but possessions only provide temporary happiness. The most valuable things in life are not things. Wealth can be lost instantly. Wealth can be lost instantly. Many people need approval from parents, spouses, friends to control their life. But one key to failure is to try to impress and please everyone. This 40-day journey will show you how to live a purpose-driven life, a guided life, controlled and directed by God's purpose. Controlled and directed by God's purpose. Yahuwah. Some people just know how to get by. Knowing your purpose simplifies your life. Just ask yourself, does this activity help me fulfill one of God's purposes for my life? And that's any activity that you got going on. Anything that you got going on, your job, your relationship, going to school, whatever it is, whatever activity it is it helping you fulfill God's purpose for you? The purpose that he created you. And this is what we're going to be doing in these next 40 days. So don't make choices based on circumstances, pressures, or your mood at that moment. People that don't know their purpose try to do too much. That causes stress and conflict. You have just enough time to do God's will. If you can't get it all done, you're trying to do more than what God wants you to do. Simple life will give you a peace of mind. Knowing your purpose will focus your life. Focus your energy on what's important. If you want your life to have an impact, focus it. Paul spread Christianity in Rome. His secret was a focused life, forgetting the past and focusing on what lies ahead. Stop trying to do it all. Do less. Do what matters most. Let's keep focused on the goal. Those of us who want everything God has for us, knowing your purpose motivates your life. You won't put on earth to be remembered. You will put on here to prepare for eternity. Do you accept what Yahusha, Jesus, did for you? What did you do with what God gave you? These are the questions I want you to think about. The gifts God gave you, the talents, the opportunities, the energy, the relationships, The resources that God gave you, what you do with them? Did you spend them on yourself? Or did you use them for the purpose God made for you? In these 40 days, let's focus on that.